And good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Deus Vault campaign. Last week, our crew decided to take a bit of a teleportation circle that was a little bit iffy, but hey, let's give it a shot. As it fizzled and burst, they were very roughly teleported to what we can assume is probably not their intended destination, as they come to find out that they were, in fact, in a fraction of the Feywild that was somehow also connected to the material plane. Upon looking around, they came in contact with a little fawn who called himself Quig, said he was basically a border patrol guard and just needed their names, for records keeping. The group gave him their names, which he took and vanished. They found their way to a town, making their way around some massive Aurex that were way bigger than they should have been. Upon introducing themselves to an older Fey woman named Lorith, they realized they didn't remember their names. He literally took their names. Not knowing what to call themselves, and Lorith recognizing this particular brand of tricksomeness and practical jokes, she invited them to her home. They followed her there. On the way, Brother Thule remembered some old fairy stories he grew up hearing and let everyone know on the fact that older Fae, they really like their manners and decorum, be on your best behavior, and younger Fae like to play tricks and stuff. So watch out for pranks. Upon getting to the lady's house, they were invited inside. They, mostly led by Kedron due to his noble background, doffed their cloaks, scraped their boots, were super polite, sat at the table, tea and biscuits were served, almost sipped the tea and then thought, no, bad idea, wait till your host does first. Host sips tea. McGear goes to take a bite of biscuit. Kedron kicks him under the table, stopping him from doing so, to the delight of everyone. After a few moments, she also took a bite of biscuit, signaling that it was okay for everyone to indeed partake. And that is about where we left off last week. As you all are sitting there at the table, nibbling and sipping, as is polite, she sets down her cup and goes, so, y'all lost your names, huh?
It would appears as so.
Well, I gotta ask, we don't get many visitors these days. It used to be bustling little tourist town, you understand, but not so much these last couple of centuries, honestly. How'd y'all find this? How'd y'all end up here?
You see, we were actually following some leads, following something, trying to track something down, and found ourselves going through a teleportation circle that spit us out here.
I don't know of any teleportation circles linked up to any reciprocals here. No, we don't keep those. Mostly outside of the. We did for a while outside the border. We want to know who's coming and going, but ain't none hooking up here. Did it have a misfire?
I'm gonna look over towards McGear.
McGear sitting there nibbling his biscuits since he's not here. Will be like, oh yeah, one of the ruins kind of like popped and fizzled just before we went through. That's probably why it hurt. Oh.
Sounds about right.
Oh yeah, y'all had a bit of a mishap with your teleportation circle. I understand. Okay. Well, welcome to our little town. I'm sure it's been a long day for y'all. Y'all probably need a place to sleep, and I do invite you to stay the night here, because, well, where you're gonna have to go to deal with it's gonna be a bit of a journey. So better best you rest up first.
We are highly grateful for your hospitality.
Of course. What would I be without my hospitality? So where are y'all from?
Little metagame question.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it possible within this world to teleport outside of the world to a different world? Or is it assumed that we're in the same world?
That's called plane shifting.
Yeah, meta, absolutely. As far as your character knows, you have no clue.
Solid.
Meta? Oh, yeah. There's this whole spell for it. Several spells. But yeah, there we go. So where y'all from?
We actually find ourselves hailing from the nation of Vatican.
Vatican. Ain't never heard. Now I heard of Vatican City, but that was just a city. Last I heard, a little independent.
Uh, um, well, I guess your histories may not have been keeping up quite as well, but with distance and separations of whatever
You
exactly is going on here, it can be hard to keep up. So,
you
Vatica.
saying our historians are lazy?
No, I just
Takes
say
a little sip.
certain things are more difficult than others and can be harder to keep up with. And I assume there is, I don't know per se, but I assume there's quite a distance to cover to keep up with certain things.
Yeah, I mean, depends on which way you leave. I mean, I'm not sure what he told you other than he's taking your names and you gave it to him. Not a smart choice. But this particular little fractal of the Feywild, it kind of borders y'all's world. And like if you leave one direction, right, out of this little fractal, you end up in the Feywild proper, and we're still part of the Feywild. But if you leave in another direction, you step over a little boundary, not even a gate, just a boundary, and you're not even marked out in the ground or nothing. At least not for a while, and you're back in your world. It's a little border town. We call ourselves. Call ourselves a border town. Just a little joke.
If you don't mind me asking,
Hmm.
what nation is it that you border? If you know.
Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up my map because I forgot to pull up my map.
I'll be right back. I gotta grab a pen.
Yeah, go for it. Machine. Tell me it's on this computer. Yes. Okay, cool. Last week I was really hoping you guys didn't ask any like major map related questions because I was on the laptop and it did not have my map on it.
Actually, I have my map pulled up right now, so I can.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's see. It changed hands not just a couple centuries ago. What was the name of the new one? Silver, I think? Kingdom of Silver?
Sover.
Yeah.
That is
Sounds right.
quite on the other side of the continent.
Where were y'all at when you teleported?
We were actually in Azerland at the time.
Yeah, I don't know when Azerland.
Um,
Did it used to be called something else?
I'm not sure the
maybe?
name off the top of my head. Like I said,
Decades, maybe.
It's a desert city. In the
History
southern.
check?
Yeah,
Sorry, what was that?
I think
History
he said
check?
history check.
Would I know if it was called something else?
Yeah, go for it.
No. 6.
I will, if it's all right with you, I will also.
Yeah, I mean,
like
y'all are chatting. Anybody wants to chime in or think about it and let them know what it was.
Let's see.
Cool, Lara,
Would that be
whoever.
history then?
Yeah, history.
Good old history.
Ironcloak, you got a 10, not a 6.
No, I got a. Well, I rolled a 6.
Oh,
I got a
yeah,
plus
actually
4.
10's high enough. Only because you guys were specifically told because it was part of your quest to begin with. It was Kaguraji, only a couple hundred years ago. So anyone a 10 or above remembers it's Kaguraji.
Well, I don't, so somebody else is gonna have to chime
Yeah.
up. As I'm sitting there, an island, a desert area, southern part of the nation.
I remind him.
You want to go ahead and say it?
What?
You want to go ahead and do that in character?
I am trying to avoid saying that word that I can't pronounce.
Oh, Kaguraji?
Yes.
Ah, there you go.
This is from my mom.
You are officially reminded.
All right. Yes.
Kaguraji.
Kaguraji.
Yeah,
Yes,
that the slave capital, if I remember correct.
yes, we were passing through looking for some things and found ourselves, as we said before, of course, with a quite unfortunate encounter with a teleportation circle.
Sounds like. I know they can be rough when they misfire like that. I've heard tell. Well, I'll tell you what, it's probably been a while since y'all was asleep, and it has been. Like y'all walked most of the day to get here. Most of the day just to get out the clearing, like or at least what you feel like it's day. It's still bright outside. Like I said, you never really saw a sun. It's just daylight.
Might I ask? I'm not entirely familiar with your lands, and it feels like it should be late, but it still seems the light is still quite bright.
Yeah, this area, the Feywild, it doesn't ever get night. It's ever bright here. It's always daylight. There are certain places it's always twilight. There's one or two that's always dark, but not a lot. It's usually twilight and up.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, it's real nice, But then, most of us don't really sleep anyway. I know that's kind of a mortal thing.
Well,
That's fine.
I
But I got
suppose
some
you're-
beds over there. I used to rent them out, back when we were a little tourist town.
I suppose with that you don't have to waste money on torches, lanterns, and candles.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, feel free to find yourselves a bunk, and tomorrow you can set off to find Auntie Agatha over in the deeper part of the woods. She'll be able to help you out right along, get your names back, almost guarantee you.
Insight check. Is she like just being hospitable, or are we about to get punked again?
Make an insight check.
No, it's
I would
11.
also like to make an insight check to just general trying to see through to any, how we should act in response to,
Yeah, go for it.
being offered this hospitality of staying there. If there's any official procedures or anything that she's trying to slip in there.
Apparently, the tea and biscuits are very good because I'm quite oblivious.
Oh, they're delicious.
The-
Like best tea and biscuits you've ever had. And I'm talking like British style biscuits, not American style biscuits. Like these are like.
It's still a 15 because I have a ridiculous insight,
Yeah.
but
She seems like a sweet old lady. She's fey for sure. Seems like a sweet old lady, but proper decorum would be. I generally in high society make sure your servants clean up the room and make the beds before you leave. But considering you don't have servants, probably make sure you don't leave a mess, make the beds before you leave, that kind of thing.
yeah.
So you all head off to.
Well, I suppose if, with your permission, we will take our leave.
Oh, y'all leaving? You're not gonna stay?
No,
here?
I mean take our leave to rest, not
Oh
to.
yeah,
to
very.
whatever.
It's
My
it's
apologies
great.
for being unclear.
Not a problem.
Retire for the evening, if I may clarify.
Absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, go right ahead. The bed's already made up in there. Ma'am, you'll find yourself your own room off to the left. You boys going down to the right now.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So you guys go that way, I assume?
I
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you go in there and imagine just like stereotypical grandma's spare bedroom, right? You got some lace, you got ruffles, like the bedspreads are pink.
Like the
multiple-
the really ugly ones covered in tons of
Yes.
flowers and stuff.
like god awful, just ugly. There's some
Quilts
like
with some fringe
needlepoint
around
up
the
on
edge.
the wall. Like there is a little dish of hard candies next to each bed.
Gotta
There's a-
love Werther's.
Yes. You go in
Cross
there.
stitch flowers.
Oh yeah. It's there's like some creepy porcelain dolls, like
Also,
just,
those
grandma's
strawberry.
porcelain dolls she got over there.
Is
good
there
old
any
strawberry
pictures in said room?
No,
With, like,
there
like.
are no
Aw,
pictures.
darn it.
There's like one landscape painting in the hallway.
There's not like grandma's pictures of children type.
So there's
no
no
Family pictures.
photography doesn't.
there's
exist.
no pictures of Obi-Wan Kenobi that Grandma thinks is a picture of Jesus.
Or in this world, Hezekiah, there is one. It's on the mantle. It is a painting. Yeah, you're not sure who it is, but it's not the representations of Hezekiah.
It's Ewan McGregor.
Right. So you all go to your rooms. You're stacked about two to a room, except Alara, who has her own room because grandma's and what's proper. And you all settle in for the evening. You will get a long rest for anything that you suffered and whatever. However, during said long rest, Father Ironcloak, I'm going to kind of pull you to the side here.
Oh, darny darn.
All right, you lay down. Comfy bed, kind of squeaky, not bad. You finally fall asleep. As you drift off into unconsciousness, you find yourself sitting on a chair. in a now familiar empty space. Standing in front of you is depravity. So, Daddy Ironcloak,
Howdy.
you came to visit? You're in the Feywild? Oh, I'm so excited. And even more than that, you're staying at my sister's house?
Oh, your sister, huh?
Yeah. Older sister, obviously.
Is that a good thing or bad thing that I'm staying?
Oh,
at your
it's
sister's
great.
house?
I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun. Are you ready to have fun? All right.
I guess.
Big deal. It's going to be hilarious. So did you see her nice little vegetable patch outside as you came in? She loves that vegetable patch. She rubs it in my face anytime I come to visit. Like, oh my gosh, woman, I get it. You can grow cabbages. Who cares? Here's what I need from you. You need to sneak out, go into the forest. I'll direct you where. There's a worm, right? Grows in the forest. I need you to grab it. Okay? It won't hurt you. Perfectly harmless to people. Put it in her vegetable patch. It'll burrow down. She'll never know it was you. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Okay.
It'll be so much fun.
Um,
Besides, you want to have fun with me, don't you?
I do, but what do I get out of this?
Little tit for tat, huh? Well, I mean, I already gave you a taste of my power. You haven't used it very much, but it's there, on tap, ready. I can give you more if you want.
Yeah.
This would be the point where you're deciding to take a level in Warlock.
Okay.
Or I can just let you keep what you have, because like I said, if you don't do what I want, I just take it away. Because I don't like hanging out with boring people.
I'm not boring.
Well, then let's have fun.
Okay.
She's like sitting in your lap at this point, trying to convince you to do this. So you'll do it, you promise?
Yeah, I can do it.
Cool. Well then, pitter patter. And the smile that is just way too wide spreads across her face, and you wake up. It is still the middle of the night. Or, well, everyone's still asleep. We'll put it that way. There is a window.
Is it unlocked?
You get up to check, and it does appear to be unlocked. I'm going to ask the group a question just real quick. Who are you rooming with?
I'm so glad you asked that because I had a really stupid idea earlier and I didn't say anything. So we're gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, let's go back to the group and see who you're rooming with real quick.
Stop.
All right. So,
Leaving.
who is sleeping in what room? Right, you're
Hold on
two to
to
a
that
room except for Ilara.
feeling.
Ilara's on her own. So who's with who?
How many rooms are there?
Exactly to where you're two to a room. So like two other besides the one Ilara's in.
You know, I'm actually gonna bunk with McGear to try to keep an. Okay, no. Here's the question: do I bunk with McGear to keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't go snooping in the night for midnight snacks, or do I bunk with Thule to make sure he's not gonna start trying to run around in his underwear?
Well, remember, I'm the one that reminded y'all of, gave y'all the knowledge, so.
That's
McGear,
true.
then.
He
I'm
knows
bunking
very
with
well.
McGear.
Okay, so it's McGear and Kedron and Ironcloak and Thule. Awesome. Gonna go back into
Doors be doing things.
just a minute. All right, cool. Give me a stealth check very quickly, please.
All right, I'm just checking that I'm not on.
Yeah, go try to roll it just to GM if you can, and not advantage.
Okay. What is the thing to roll to just the GM?
So at the top of your character sheet, there should be like who you're rolling to, like advantage, not advantage, it'd be public and GM as well.
All right, I just gotta spread this out so I can actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
No.
No, really?
Nope.
Really? Oh wow, that's totally different. It used to be there.
It's what?
Shoot.
R/GM
Yeah, I mean, even if they end up saying it, it's whatever. They don't know what it's for.
1d20, right?
Yeah, and we'll just add your stealth mod to it.
Did that do it?
I don't know. I think it went to everybody.
Oh, no, that just rolled. That's not the. What's the command for it?
Just, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Slash GM roll.
Slash
Or no,
GM.
sorry. Slash W space GM. And then slash R 1d20.
R1d20. Nope. So it's slash W space GM.
Yeah. Just roll it for now, and we'll figure out the.
Yeah,
the
I don't. Okay. That's gonna be an 18.
Sweet. Yeah, no, he doesn't stir. He's out like a light. You snick a snake through the window. It doesn't creak or clang. You get down to the ground, and you feel a pull towards the forest in that direction.
Following it.
Yeah, you follow it out. You get a little ways into the forest, and you're kind of looking around, and it's very similar to what's on the back screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you look down towards the ground. You're like, okay, I need to dig there. This is where the worm is.
All right. I'm gonna start the digging.
All right, you start to dig in, and after a few seconds, you're glancing around. You look up, and you see, kind of coming out from behind a tree, a peacock. You've seen peacocks before. There are a few for sale in the bazaar in Kangakuru. You saw a couple wild ones in the jungles of Azraland. And as you're looking at this peacock, it begins to spread its tail feathers. Now, you know peacocks have eye spots on their tail feathers. It's kind of cool. Except as it spreads its tail feathers, it has eyes on its tail feathers. Humanoid eyes. And they all to you. And then slowly turn outwards and start looking around and then lock on another place. And it leaps forward and spears its beak down and comes up with a mouse of some sort with butterfly wings on it. This is a peacock with actual eyes on its tail feathers. And it just casually folds its tail back and walks back into the forest.
That is mad creepy. But I'm gonna continue digging.
You keep digging, and eventually you find a grub about that big. And you know this is it. It's fat, it's squishy, it's wiggly. It's gross.
I'm gonna grab it.
All right, you grab it. You like put it in your bag or something.
Yes.
All right. So what are you doing with it? Are you going to throw it in the vegetable patch?
Yes.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, please don't fail me now. No, that is a 4.
So you come walking back into town, dirt on your hands, grub in your bag, and out tending her vegetable patch is Laura's neighbor. Oh, hey, you're that visitor, ain't you?
Yes, ma'am, that'd be me.
Oh, that's just too sweet. Where are y'all friends at? I didn't see you come out the front door.
I. No, they're still in sleeping.
Oh, all right, all right. Well, have a great night. You going back to sleep then?
Yeah. What? You know what time it would be?
Ain't really no time here, sweetie.
Okay. Thank you, though.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'm
She
gonna.
would like to tend in her vegetable patch. That's her neighbors. That's the neighbor.
Are they within eyesight of each other,
They
like
are.
the vegetable patches?
Yeah, like front yard. Like there's like 2 white picket fences, like the spaces between them, like kind of obscuring.
All
You
right.
could like
So is this like you walk through the vegetable patch to get to the front door? Or is
it's
this
right off the side path to your left. Yeah.
And what type of fence is it?
Like the white picket, like hip
Like white
height,
picket?
like, with the spaces between the boards.
Okay. All right. So. Oh.
If you're thinking what I think you're thinking, it'd be a sleight of hand check to try and just casually drop it as you walk. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a sleight of hand check.
All right. So if I pretend to trip and fall and toss it as I'm tripping and falling, would I get advantage on said sleight of hand check?
That'd be a performance check to see if you got advantage.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, performance check to see if you get advantage.
Let me get over to here. Oh, this is going to go poorly. We got a 5 in performance. Absolutely not.
Question: why are you rolling just d20s instead of like hitting your thing on your character sheet?
Because I don't want to see you. I don't want them to see what
Oh,
I'm
okay,
rolling.
a 5. I mean, you fall, and she looks up at you. She's like, "You okay, sweetie?"
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Are one of the cobblestones uneven? I'll let Loris know one of the cobblestones uneven.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Sorry
absolutely.
about that.
Yeah, you don't have advantage, but you can still try.
All right. It's getting worse. Well, no, it's starting to get better. So let's see here. Oh, that's
Wait,
not.
what's the total sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand is 9.
Let me double check something real quick.
I'm gonna die,
might get
aren't I?
lucky. Let's see. Very distracted and not expecting that, so I'll give her disadvantage on that. 13 reduced by 5. What's 13 minus 5? It's like
8.
8. You're in luck. Somehow this is a not very perceptive particular legend. She's not very old. She's a younger one.
So she could very well just be screwing with me. Cool. Good to know.
And she does not appear to notice you as you chuck this grub and quickly stand up. So how are you getting back into the house? Are you going through the front door or are you going back through the window?
Oof. You're gonna go back through the window.
All right, you go back around the back of the house, and you do get a bit of an odd look from the lady across the way as you go around the back of the house instead of through the front door. And you jump back through the window, and one more stealth check to see if you crash through the window and wake Brother Thule up or not.
That's gonna be a
No,
20.
you're fine. Yeah, no, that's the one that you do fine at, right?
Yeah, do fine with that.
You kind of clean up a little bit, and you go back to bed. As you fall back asleep, there is a very brief dream where just a extra wide grin and yellow cat-slitted eyes appear in front of you, and it says, "Thank you. That was fun." And that's it. All right, so the rest of you,
Never mind, we're back.
you get a great night's sleep, or day's sleep, or whatever.
I'll be right back.
You wake up. You feel well rested.
Excellent.
That's not ominous at all.
No, not at all. What y'all doing this morning?
Coffee. Maybe.
We'll see if
We'll
it's
see.
offered to us.
Wait, no, actually, I have coffee. I have
Ooh,
coffee
nice.
with me. So I can just make coffee.
I'm going to, before leaving my room, make sure that thing is like cleaner than I found it, if that's even possible.
You
and then
find
go
like a little bit of dust on the back of the creepy doll.
like that. And then I will go around and make sure everybody else does the same.
Yeah, Kedron, you guys wake up, you kind of start moving around. Kedron starts banging on your door, making sure you guys clean your rooms. I assume you do.
Clean rooms, make
Yes.
beds, tidy up everything. Making sure everything is like military square.
Absolutely. So you start coming down the stairs, and as you do, you hear a blood-curdling scream from outside the front door.
I'm a bit concerned, so I'm going to quite briskly make my way that direction.
Absolutely. Anybody else going with them?
Same.
Yep.
Brother Thule?
Going where? Sorry, my kids were loud.
Oh, sorry. You all heard a blood-curdling scream from out the front door.
Yeah, I think I'll go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You all come rushing that way, and as you get there, you see Lorith on her knees in her vegetable patch. That was absolutely gorgeous when you guys came yesterday. I mean, just tomato vines with the most bright red plum tomatoes, perfect heads of cabbage, everything just off to the left of her little path, as grandmas do. Everything in there is just fallen over and dead and semi-rotten and like consumed. The vegetable patch is destroyed. You imagine it was her scream, and she is on her knees, like holding her plants in her hands, just crying her eyes out. And she looks up at you, and for a second, the tears go away, and you see all of these sharp angles and planes, and the mouth too wide and the ears too long. It's all a little frightening. You! No, probably not y'all. I'm sorry. I really love this vegetable patch. And a gosh darn rock grub got in somehow. I know I warded against them, but they got in somehow.
My apologies, my lady. It is very apparent you cared very much for these.
She
these
stands up and
vegetables.
brushes her hands off. Where are my manners? I just woke up. I should be getting breakfast ready. I'm gonna go start breakfast. And she goes walking inside and into the kitchen area, and you hear pots and pans clanging around.
I'm kind of look back around at the rest of the group. Look back over. Please tell me none of you had anything to do with this. And I'm also going to roll an insight.
Yeah, sure. Cricket, 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 cricket. As everyone is apparently not saying anything. Cool. Everyone give
Kind
me.
of looks down at her hands and go, I don't think so.
Yeah, just give me like deception and or persuasion checks, everyone, since he's inciting everyone apparently.
Well,
Oh.
I can feasibly probably leave out McGear because I was with him. But most everybody else, I'm like, please tell me you guys didn't do
This is
something.
a normal thing, right? You know, that you do with these people you've been with forever.
I mean, he did specifically ask a question, and then no one responded.
No, I did.
Did it really matter if I responded?
Yeah, depends on what you responded with, but you just stood there, and I'm like, well, he's rolling an insight, I guess. Everyone needs to, like, roll stuff and
Yeah,
things.
nobody said anything, so I'm like, insight.
I have a nat 20 for deception.
Well, that's great because I wasn't specifically
No, I-
inciting you at this moment because we were in the same room, but
To
Well,
be
if I
completely,
was guilty,
okay,
there's
okay.
no
to
way
I
be
think that's
you know.
completely
everyone.
fair, though, right? If everybody's looking suspicious, ain't nobody looking suspicious.
Kedrin, can I point out that every time that you roll the insight on me, my deception beats you?
Yeah, like,
I specifically said I wasn't rolling insight on you though. That's the thing.
I know.
so the
but
thing with
regardless.
insight is determining whether or not you look suspicious, right? And so with it beating the other ones, he determines whether or not it looks suspicious. Father Ironcloak doesn't exactly meet your eyes.
I'm gonna note that down. Not bring it up right now.
That's
but
meta
no,
for
we are
everyone else.
revisiting that
Fool
little
got a
tidbit
7.
later.
Fool got a 7. He should look suspicious too.
No, so insight is determining like whether or not a person looks suspicious, right?
Right.
So if his insight beats, say, your persuasion, he can tell whether or not you look
Oh,
suspicious.
That's dumb.
The reason that I have everyone roll
Yeah, no, I
either
get
deception or
it. That makes
persuasion is
sense.
to kind of muddy the waters of what is what.
That way, because if he only has the person that actually is suspicious roll,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it gives it away.
Yeah. So that's why I had every single person roll. Iron Cloak doesn't exactly meet your eyes. He's a little shifty around to the side when you say that. And
I'm not gonna say anything for the moment. We're gonna revisit that little tidbit later, and I'm gonna keep moving and pretend like I didn't notice anything.
yeah. She is in there. I mean, just clanging away in the kitchen. Yeah, most of y'all know tidbit. Grannies like to be offered help in the kitchen sometimes.
I offer to help clean. That's the
No,
distinction.
I'm the lady. I'm gonna go help.
Okay. You just kind of like grab McGear by the face by reaching up way high and just kind of shoving him back, I assume.
Yes.
Sounds
Awesome.
about right.
McGear, you get face palmed by someone else.
Stand aside, man. Folk.
I'm accepting it for now because I'm kind of out of my element as far as manners go. Because bookworm, not social worm.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, Ilara, you go in there. She's a little distraught. And she's like, "Did you need something, sweetie?"
How can I help?
Oh, bless your heart. If you wouldn't mind maybe just helping over here, and she kind of asks you to help a little bit, and it actually seems to make her feel a lot better as you offer to help. Might have been a pitfall. She might have been looking to punish someone.
Well, while they're doing
the
actual
right thing.
food, I guess I can go ahead and set the table. And I will ask for permission and guidance on that.
Yeah, go ahead. Just whatever, don't. Just place for everybody.
Got a real quick question.
Yeah.
Right. So, obviously, cleric, right? So I have some idea on how spells and stuff work.
Uh huh.
Would using a healing spell on a garden heal the garden?
One
Since-
that's already dead, not so much.
What
You're
if
gonna
I
need some,
use
like, druid spells.
revivify on a garden?
You
So
gotta use a
Revivify
300
works against
gold with
one creature, so you could do it one plant at a time.
for 300 gold a pop.
Also, it has to
no,
be dead
yeah.
within
Diamonds
1
upon.
minute.
Yeah.
That Revivify is within 1 minute.
So you're gonna need a druid for the kind of thing you're looking for.
Yeah, you're looking at druidic magic there, bud.
I could make it look like it's back.
Feel like that just comes
You
across
could.
like a cruel joke.
You could. If you would like.
That's solid. You certainly could.
Yep.
Hey, wizards can do a lot of things.
And they can also die in a lot of ways.
Do you do this thing?
What? No. Why would I do
Oh, okay. Okay, I was just
No
asking.
one's. But Gear's lazy.
Brother Thule, do you have any wonderful ideas to how to fix it with barbarian power?
Nope.
Hit it.
That'll
fix it.
Alive again.
Full smash.
Yes,
When the
I do
barbarian
believe-
is the
How dare
wisest
you
of them
die?
I do believe it is time for me to scrutinize these plants back to life. Yes.
He'd like to unplug it and plug it back in again. See if it works.
all. Got it. All right. So after a little while, you guys are served a full English breakfast. Like we're talking beans, toast, bacon, back bacon, like tea, tomatoes, mushrooms. It's delicious. Like she went all out on this. You feel like she's kind of pouring her anger and sadness into this.
Some of those little like pan-seared grape tomatoes.
Yeah, they're super good. You all sit down to breakfast, and she goes, "I'm sorry for my little outburst earlier. I do beg y'all's forgiveness. And in light of that, I'm gonna give y'all this one for free. Be careful of magical weird zones around here. Feywild magic ain't like y'all's magic, and in certain places, they interact in funny ways and can do things y'all didn't expect when casting your spells. I know y'all got a couple casters in mind. So I'll give you that one for free. You notice your magic ain't quite functioning the way it should be. Maybe wait to cast."
With that being a caster, is this scalable based on strength of spell or just in general?
Different zones act differently. I know back in the day there was one, and they kind of shift around. So I can't tell you where they're at. They do move. There was one really funny one back in my tricksy days when I liked to play jokes as a youngster. We'd send mortals there, and every spell you cast wouldn't happen until you left, and then it would all happen at the same time, centered on the person who cast it.
That sounds terrifying.
Is there a way to tell you're
But
in
that was
one
just
of these?
one. There's lots of different. Some of them they just change the magic. Some of them you cast and something else gets cast back at you too. Like there's one of them I know where like you cast a spell or whatever, and then some weird effect will happen. You like once I know a bit of magical darkness popped up around one person. Another guy turned into a giant ape though. That was interesting. So just different kinds of weird zones that interact with different magically differently, right? Because like Feywild magic and y'all's magic's just two totally different things.
Is it possible to learn these zones?
Not really. Like I said, they kind of move around. They
Is there a way to
shift.
tell you're in one of these zones?
You cast magic and it don't go the way you wanted it to. I'd suggest to stop casting, unless it's to your benefit. Then it might work.
Even with detect magic?
With detect magic up, you might be able to detect something. It'll be a high concentration of fey magic in one particular area for sure. You might be able to pick it up. I'm not real sure on the particulars of y'all's detect magic spells, but you might. So anyways,
Well, thank you for that bit of information.
absolutely. As long as y'all ain't the ones who had anything to do with my garden, I got nothing to hold it against you for.
Yeah, maybe
I am gonna have to talk to my neighbors and see if they saw anything. Anyway, like I said last night, y'all got a journey ahead of y'all if you want to go see Auntie Agatha. She lives out in the forest. I'll give you directions. You do a bit of walking over to the bit of the darker side, and you're gonna need to talk to her about how to get your names back. She'll know what to do. So
Okay. Question. Sorry,
Yeah.
another metagame question. I have lay on hands that has cure disease.
mhm.
Would that fix plants?
Plants are dead currently. Like they're dead, half decayed.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
We thank you for your direction, and if I actually may ask a bit more detail about this individual you're sending us to, do you have any additional information to offer?
Don't make her mad. She's a bit cantankerous. She's powerful. Not nice, I wouldn't say. She's not nice. But she just Auntie Agatha. You just gonna have to meet her is all I can say. She's a character, all right.
And as she says each of these, in the back of my head, I'm just ticking the boxes of like, yep, no, that's just the rest of you too.
For real. All right. She's like, and that there's in exchange for all this polite company y'all have brought me. Y'all just bless my heart with how polite young folk you are, and I really do appreciate y'all coming in and helping out. Now I got these dishes. Don't worry about helping me none with that. Y'all got a long walk ahead of you. Why don't you go ahead and head out now, darling?
If
Are you
We
sure
ever
we can't
find
help
us-
you with those dishes?
No, honey, it's fine. Like I said, y'all going and get now.
if we ever find ourselves in the position to return the favor, we hope to do so. And if you would ever need anything from us that we feel like we can, provide and help out everybody, we'll certainly see what we can do.
Well, if y'all saying you owe me a favor, I'll make sure I keep that in mind.
I don't try not to make too many promises, but like I said, we will at the very least see what we can do for you.
I'll call on y'all if I ever need you. Thank you, Ketrin.
I very intentionally worded that as we can
Yep.
see what we can do, and
Yeah,
not
I
we
noticed.
will
You got,
do.
you got real nervous when I said favor.
Just real quick question.
Yeah.
How does she know his name?
Oh, right.
Oh!
No, never mind.
I got-
Right,
No. How does she know
She
his
did not.
name?
I forgot. I was looking at his thing, and I completely forgot that's the whole arc we're on.
Nope.
That was
Nope,
my
too late.
slip
I
up.
got my name back. It's
No.
done.
Thank you, sweetie. There you go. Thank you for the catch. I appreciate it. I'm not a professional DM. Like, yeah, whatever. So there we go. Thank you, sweetie. Well, now y'all go on. You got a long walk.
Like I
And
said,
she,
pointing out it was see what we can do and not any promises to do
I
anything.
am aware. Am aware. She sets a piece of paper on the table. She says, "Just follow that map there. It'll take you where y'all need to go."
Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome.
I suppose we will start heading out then.
Yeah, you all get your stuff, get your cloaks, all that, bid your farewells.
Ye old horses.
Ye old horses that are still there in the yard, grazing contentedly. You all see a peacock striding down the street. It's interesting. The eye spots are a little different. Kedron, you have a really high passive perception. They're not eye spots, they're eyes.
And with
On the
that,
tail.
what do you think about going ahead and hitting break?
Yeah, everybody close for a break. Let's go ahead and do it. So with that, as you all set off into the forest on the edge of town, we'll take a break.
I'm ready.
Go for it.
All right, and we are back, everyone, as our group of adventuring priests walk and ride off into the deep forest. Now, of course, your traveling speed is, of course, dictated by your slowest member, so horses don't give you much of an advantage in this, other than you have horse is cool.
And less exhaustion for long travel.
Granted, you guys start walking. You see some weird stuff. Kedron, that peacock with the eyeball tail, least of your worries. You've heard legends of dragons. You see little ones, about that big, that are blue, flying around a couple of times.
And in my dreams.
And in your dream, no, that's a feathered snake.
Yeah, it's worm-esque.
Right. Anyways, you see little miniature people zipping by on wings a couple of times. They don't stop and talk to you. One of them does like stab you in the neck with a tiny little knife that doesn't even do any damage. It's just like, what the heck? And then zips away, laughing hysterically, much louder than something that small should be able to laugh.
And I thought mosquitoes were bad.
We should have asked if killing things was bad.
You're walking through the forest now. Again, those of you with a fairly high passive perception of like 16 and up, you notice that the trees do move a little sometimes that aren't in ways that the wind would necessarily dictate, but not a lot, just a little. You think you might have saw a root slithering once. That was weird.
After we get a decent distance away from, like, maybe, I would assume maybe like an hour out,
Yeah.
I'm going to actually hop off of my horse and stop leading it and start walking beside Brother Thule. I mean, not Brother Thule, Father Ironcloak.
Yeah.
Real quick. Are we getting followed? Can I like perception check? Are we getting followed at all?
Sure.
And I was actually about to go there because what I'm about to bring up. So do you mind if I toss one? Or...
Sure, go for it. Kedron, that's when the little thing stabs you in the neck.
Gotcha.
Iron Cloak. Like you see a few things maybe slinking through the underbrush, but they peel away fairly quickly. Like you're not like things are curious, perhaps, but nothing's like actively following you.
Not like a person is active.
No, you don't necessarily see a person following you right now. At an hour in. However, Kedron does walk up beside you, and they go, dang it,
You good?
Yes. I actually wanted to speak to you, sir. And in a very low voice, as I sidle up very close towards him, you see, when I don't wish to accuse, but when I ask if anybody knew anything or had anything to do with what happened before, you very pointedly looked away from me and did not meet my eyes. I just wanted to ask about that. You sure you know nothing?
I mean, why would I have anything to do with it?
I don't know. It's just in the line of work I get feelings, and I learn to trust them and follow them. And even if it's somebody I would generally trust, I find it's always best to follow up on them. So,
I mean, That garden sure did look at me funny, and I just just hated it so much. I'm very clearly being sarcastic. Just so you don't read into that, I'm being sarcastic.
I think we all know what's about to happen
Do it.
Insight check.
because I'm literally interrogating him right now.
Yeah, roll the insight. Iron Cloak, you know what to do.
A solid 19.
Let's
That's
see if
so-
the group rolling against holds true.
That's so dumb.
This is literally what
You're
my
only mad
entire
because it's
dude is
against
built
you.
for. This is what I am built for entirely.
Yes, but I have to roll a 19 to beat this.
Yeah,
I
go
rolled
for
a
it.
9, a natural 9.
Nah.
He's a little shifty over there. He's definitely dancing around, answering straight.
I'm gonna hold off and say, I understand if you don't want to speak about it, where we are at the time, but at some point in the future, me and you do need to discuss this further. You are dancing around it, and
I'm
I don't know
not
if you had a reason, but we need
dancing
to.
around it.
We do
Why
need
would
to
I do
discuss it.
anything to her garden?
I'm assuming he can probably tell. I'd like kind of know something is up at this point.
Yeah, you get the idea. He's real suspicious of you. He's not buying it.
I 100% understand he's real suspicious of me.
So I'm just gonna leave it right at that for now. Of you may
But-
not feel comfortable about it now, but we're gonna have to talk about it in detail, more detail later.
Okay. But once you've dug a ditch deep enough, the best way to go is farther down.
Maybe eventually you'll hit China.
Or become a gear.
We're becoming here. Okay, while you guys are talking, what are the rest of y'all doing?
Minding my own business.
I like it. Thule?
Eating a sandwich.
Same.
And Ilara's eating a sandwich. Awesome.
No, I was saying that McGear was.
Oh, okay. I thought we were doing a little role reversal this time.
As McGear sees somebody else getting interrogated, is like, "Oh, I don't want that to be me. I'm just gonna eat a sandwich and not make eye contact."
I'm sorry, Ilara, what was that you were doing?
Just sharpening my axes.
Sharpening an axe. Awesome. Everyone, as you are walking along, you're seeing some odd wildlife, definitely strange. Some fantastical, you swear you glimpsed a unicorn. You swear you did. At least one of you. You're certain, but you didn't get a good look at it. Everyone give me wisdom saving throws.
While we're doing that, how do our horses react to
All
things
your what now? What?
we know about? To like all the wildlife and stuff.
We
You
also get
got
+4.
really choppy there, Alara. What was that?
How are our horses reacting to all the new odd wildlife?
For the most part, it's a little back from the horses, so they're staying very much in the middle of this path you're walking
Okay.
and not enjoying it necessarily.
Do we
But
still
they're also
get
well
the
trained, so-
+4 bonus from Alara's
Yes.
paladin?
28.
Let me do a little roll in here. Cool. All right, so go ahead and add your +4 to all of that. Let me know who got above a 25.
I did.
So did Iron Cloak.
Everyone but
26.
everyone but Thule and McGear.
Okay, everyone's so as you guys are walking along, you see not really paying attention to where they're going. Start walking.
You cut
off
out there.
the pass. Oh, my mic's on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
All
you.
right, so-
You just cut out.
Sorry. As you're walking along, McGear and Brother Thule aren't really paying attention, and you guys hear some like odd whispering off to the side. Like, what? And you see, like, not even noticing, Brother Thule and McGear shift about, I don't know, maybe 10 degrees to the left a little bit as they're walking, and just ever so slowly start splitting from you guys off into the woods.
Pull the horse around to the other side of them and like, where are you going? There's
You guys like stop and
Action.
look up, and you realize you're almost off the path and into the woods.
Yeah, as I'd kind of block your path a little bit with a horse, just to like, where are you going? The path is this way.
Are you sure it's not this way?
Yeah, you look up and you realize you're almost in the woods going the wrong direction as he breaks whatever this was.
Maybe you guys are going the wrong way. Maybe we're going the right way.
I'm just gonna point at the ground. Path.
And then following up after he says that, not path.
Oh,
McGear looks up from his book. This is unusual for me.
And you guys continue walking. Now, after a while, another couple of hours, the map does have you veering off of the path and into the woods. And as you start to veer off of the path, you notice that this is definitely a darker part of the woods. So as I described earlier, it gets more purple and twilight off towards the edges of what you're able to see. It's definitely one of those areas.
Perception.
Yeah, give me a perception check. See what you see. Anyone else would like to? Go for it.
I would also like to once I have a second.
Yeah, for sure.
It's only a 2, but that comes up to a solid 12.
21.
D1, very nice. Thule, Iron Cloak, Ilara with an 11. Anyone else?
I am not rolling high tonight.
You will when it comes to attacks, I'm sure.
Not either, but luckily, Oh.
McGear, natural 20. You are taking notes. You are taking notes, my sir. Yeah, so let's see. With that, yeah, so you guys are looking around. Some of you see kind of more of the same, a little bit darker. However, let's see, who was it? McGear for sure. Iron Cloak, yes. Kedron, no. All right, so firstly, McGear, you look up and lounging in one of the trees, kind of watching you lazily, is a large, six-limbed Black Panther-like creature with tentacles coming out of its back that you recognize.
Nah. Nope.
It's just kind of casually watching you, just kind of looking at you. It doesn't seem to be making much of a move. You guys move through, and it doesn't come for you. The other two that got the high rolls. As you're walking through, you see what has to be the most beautiful, majestic deer you have ever seen. This thing has to be at least 7.5, 8 foot tall at the shoulders. Beautiful white coat, magnificent rack of antlers, grazing. Over to the side, slightly obscured by bushes. As you walk by, you get a better look at this, and it turns its head and looks at you, and you realize it's not grazing, it's eating something. As its mouth splits halfway down its throat, and there are rows of sharp teeth up this. You look closer at these antlers, they come to devastatingly sharp points. You look down, and it's a jackalope this thing's eating. It's a rabbit with antlers this thing is eating. It looks at you and simply goes back to eating, and with its head down, you cannot tell the difference between it and a gorgeous stag.
Good old not deer.
You guys are in the dark part of the forest. There is more scent of loam and rot. The trees are massive and large, and there are vines tangling all the way up and down. It's definitely a bit darker. Those of you with high perceptions, you also see that same deer look up and then take off running, leaving whatever it was eating on the ground. As you hear a little bit of rustling in some bushes around you.
I'm readying my guando.
Okay, you guys hear this? Do you arouse, tell the others?
Guys, there's something in the bushes, and holding spell for if it attacks us.
Ready
Awesome.
some.
So those with the high passives can do that. The other ones can get into position, but you're not going to have time to ready an action. It's just those of you who had a high passive perception. Or the
passive?
High perception check, sorry.
Ah, darn it.
So Iron Cloak and McGear, you can hold actions if you like.
Yep.
Everyone else can position themselves where they want to, but they're not going to get to hold actions.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold Force Bolt at the ready.
You got it. As let's just go ahead and move us to.
I'm gonna
Make
hold
sure your music's off.
spiritual weapon.
Iron Cloak.
Yep.
That's wrong.
Cool.
I will cast Magic Key.
Just wondering.
I'm gonna throw that on. All right. Oh, I didn't. I didn't copy paste you guys onto this this map. Give me a second. Doop 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 doop.
And then the whole group dematerializes.
You all are vanished to the
That's
far realm or something even further away than the Feywild. The Shadow Realm.
The Shadow Realm.
Oh, we appear back at the tree.
All right, go ahead and position yourselves where you would like to be in this clearing. You are in this general vicinity, though.
Where would we be coming from?
Where is the rustling coming from that we noticed?
Here, somewhere up in front of you as well,
Yes.
a little around here. Like it started rustling kind of all around you a little bit.
Which direction would we have been walking in from?
So let me get that out. You kind of came in that direction. And then I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative, just so we get that out of the way. Let me make sure my tracker is clear. It is. Go ahead and roll, please.
Oh, and I got advantage on this.
You do.
Wait, how do you have advantage on?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
Because he's a barbarian. At
Thank you.
current level, they get advantage on it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, no.
Go ahead and roll it again and see if it's higher. There you go. 15.3. There.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, there it is.
You know, at first I thought my initiative wasn't like the worst, but now looking at everybody else's, it is the worst.
And what's funny is that would normally be a really good number for most of our initiative rolls.
Because we have a bad habit of rolling very low on initiative.
I would rather roll well.
All right,
on
everybody in?
on initiative though.
Everybody in initiative?
Yes.
Sweet. All right, starting off, Father Ironcloak, you can't quite tell where these noises are coming from. They seem to be semi all around you, but you don't see anything yet. Quick note, does anyone speak Sylvan?
I feel like somebody does.
Dwarvish, Abyssal, Elvish, Common.
I thought Kristen spoke Sylvan.
Halfling, Orc, Undercommon.
No, I don't.
I'm assuming it's different than Elvish, right?
Yeah, it is
Okay.
different than
Yeah,
English.
no.
Kind of
Yeah, I
like
speak 4 languages
I'm
and
think of like
I have
languages.
comprehend language as well.
Like Elvish is a derivative of Sylvan, but it's far enough removed. It's a completely different language.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Kind of like Spanish
However-
and Latin.
Wait, hang on. Let me make sure I actually am reading this right. Okay, I can't see them yet.
Yeah.
So I can't see them yet, but once I see them,
You can
I
talk
have
to
that.
them. They can't necessarily talk to you back with that. That is a thing. I know this because Amworld played a warlock with that exact ability.
Also, Kendrin, your
you don't
thing's
need
wrong
to
'cause you
share a
know
language with the
Gnomish,
creature
not
for
Dwarvish.
it to understand your
Correct.
telepathic
You
utterances.
can talk to it. It can't talk back to you.
Interesting.
Yes. Anyways, Father Ironcloak, what are you up to?
So I'm assuming my held action does not matter since I went first, right? That's how
Right,
that
since
works.
you went first,
Cool.
nothing jumped out at you first before that happened.
Fun. Yeah, gonna hold spiritual weapon.
You got it. Spiritual weapon is
If whatever is
Yeah.
making noises comes out of the bushes and tries to attack us.
You got it. All right. Anything else on your turn?
And I can't tell where the
General vicinity, general vicinity, general vicinity, general vicinity.
Heard.
Nothing came
Remember
through.
shift click, Bryant.
It's pretty close to where y'all are at. You
Just
should be able to
everywhere.
see.
It's like
Yeah,
just everywhere,
just
right?
surrounding you in at least 4 directions.
And it would take my action to. Could I make like a perception check to see if I can tell?
Yeah, go ahead and. Well, you already made the perception check. Are you the one who got the natural 20?
No, those.
Okay, yeah. So you made your perception check
Okay, that's
earlier, which is what allows you to even get the heads up of, oh crap, they're coming.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna just hold spiritual weapon in case.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Out of the bushes, you hear in some strange tinkling language, but with some guttural notes to it, which is really weird and dissonant to hear. Something short and sharp hollered. And jumping out of the bushes, you see some lizardy boys.
He instantly gets a face full of force bolt.
All right. Which one? You got 1, 2, 3.
Right here.
That one? All right. You go and you raise your hand to cast Force Bolt. Kedron, do you have your stats for your horse?
You never gave me any stats for him,
It's a
but
war horse. It's a
I
standard
can
thing.
I can pull him up real quick. It'll only take me a second.
Cool, because I need a wisdom saving throw from a war horse, please.
What? Wow, that's a mouthful roll. Darn near
Oh, don't
max
worry
my-
about rolling anything. Don't you even worry about that.
I sure love how we specifically got told, hey, magic could be spooky. And first thing I do is, let's use magic. Woo!
All right. So Warhorse has a what was the check?
Wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom of +1.
Cool, make it. Kedron, or McGear, what is your spell save DC?
It's been a hot minute. I've had several
That's
level
a
ups.
solid
I don't know if
7.
it's accurate. How do I calculate that spell DC?
Spell save DC should automatically calculate from your stats. Just go to your spell page.
That's assuming I'm correct. Level to level 7. Spell save DC should be 15.
And Jacob, what did you say your horse rolled?
A 6 plus wisdom modifier of 1, which I'm guessing there's no bonuses on top of that modifier for saves.
Yeah, no, not at all. Now you need to make a dexterity saving throw. McGear, as you reach up your hand to cast Force Bolt, it feels weird. Like that's not how that spell usually releases. And you look over and you see Kedron's horse rear up, screaming, sawing at the bridle, and just takes off running.
I am getting some garbage rolls at the
Kedron,
moment.
you are thrown off the horse. You are on the ground prone, and your horse just takes off.
Don't you get a +4 because of
Over this
being
one.
next to Alara?
I do, but I still don't think that's going to be enough.
What was it, 11?
+4, but
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. It was a 15 to stay on. The horse just takes off running. At this point, you are... I'm going to go ahead and move you real quick.
well, you
just
said it was a 15.
for you to stay on.
Oh, stay on. Okay.
Yes. She goes, woo, this way. You're over here now as this thing just takes off.
Didn't he say he had gotten off to talk to Ironclad?
That was a couple of hours ago. I'm assuming he got back
Yeah,
on
I would have
already.
gotten back
He
on.
got back on because he went and used the horse to stop
Yeah,
the
he
gear
did
and
that.
so.
All right. Cool. Yeah, no, you're on the horse, and it's taking you for a ride, buddy. McGear, that spell released weird. Why is Kedron's horse running away? I don't know, weird. All right. What other held actions did we have? Spiritual weapon.
That's only I specifically stated if they attack.
Okay, well they are visible, so it'll be their turns. We'll see how much movement they have. 30.
Yeah, my rolls are kind of garbage tonight.
5, 10, 5, 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, because they gang up. They're attacking you.
This is something that I just legitimately don't know. Does wild magic affect cantrips or leveled spells or both?
You legitimately don't know. You just know that magic can get weird in this place, apparently.
Okay. The reason I distinguish that is that Force Bolt is a cantrip.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am aware. They are attacking you. I assume you're trying to cast Spiritual Weapon in this moment? Yeah, go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right, let me scroll down to it.
Yeah, can trip, Josh, but should probably try to stay upright.
Well, he can trip your horse.
I hope not, because he's bolting with me on top of him. That would be painful.
And I'm going to put it there. Right between the three of us.
All right, it shows up there as a slab of ice. It's still floating. Kind of cool.
Gonna attack this boy.
All right, go ahead
With
and
slab of
roll your
ice.
attack for that.
5, because the natural ones are
5.
dope.
Natural 1, you said?
Natural 1 on damage. I got a 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah, 24 hits. What are you rolling for that? 1d8? We'll go roll a d4 for me instead.
3.
Hey, look, more damage. All right, it takes 3 cold damage
Nice.
as this piece of ice smacks against it. It's like, ah. And with that, these are both attacking you at advantage because...
Does that add my wisdom modifier to the damage?
It does not for what's happening here. All right, let's see. Cool. And at advantage. Boop. I'm guessing neither a 7 or a 5 hits.
You know, I don't
How about a
think
10?
so. No.
Okay. How about 22?
Yes, 22 does hit.
Okay, cool. That's 4 points of piercing damage.
From which one?
The one behind you.
Thunderously rebuke it.
This one. Awesome. Go ahead and do your Thunderous Rebuke.
I took 4 damage.
Yes, and that's what, a dex save?
Dexterity saving throw, yes sir.
Really high.
What is really high?
20.
No, yeah,
Total.
no, it's saved.
Not a natural 20, but a
All right.
20 total. So go ahead and give me that
3.
damage roll.
Well, 6 takes 3.
So you go to cast this spell, or this ability. You go to cast it, all of a sudden your mouth comes open, and with a massive boom of thunder, vomit just projectiles out of your mouth.
What?
Does it do damage?
No.
It's just gross.
It is the loudest vomit you've ever had in your life. Almost thunderous.
Did I hit it?
It gets on it. But
Is it now blind?
No.
I'm fishing for anything.
I'm just saying, at least I am not the only one that has vomited in Diet Feywild.
And with that, its final attack is coming towards you with a 23 to hit.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that hits you. You take 3 slashing damage. And finally, Ilara, the one going for you with not advantage. It is by itself. We got, dang, they on fire. Okay, 21 to hit.
That hits it.
All right, 6 piercing damage and 9 to hit, which does not hit. I already know. All right, that will be their turns. Ilara, you're up. You just got bit by this small, like, waist-high bipedal lizard with big middle claw on its foot.
That was not nice. Alrighty.
So if not, I'm not mistaken, I don't mess with a lot of horses, but they go on the same initiative tracker as their riders, right?
Correct. Except for in that instance, because a spell kind of did a thing.
Yeah.
What are we? Oh, we're hitting. Awesome.
What else is she gonna do?
Natural 20.
Um, it's mincemeat. How like you turn this thing into shredded lizard with just a few swipes. The first one, I mean, slams into its side. The second one cleaves it pretty much in half. The third one is just for good measure, just to make sure, because it's the Feywild. Like, and yeah, it's in at least 3 pieces now. Yeah.
That was a whole lot of nope there.
That was a lot of damage for a little lizard.
Little lizard. Nope, 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 nope.
Ah! Anything else on your turn?
No, it's just more of a, I don't know what you can do, and I'm gonna make extra sure.
Awesome. And with that, we come to the other creature's turn. Moving turn order down. Overlay. Jumping out of the bushes in a very similar place to where the lizards originally came from. 1, 2, 3, 4. So think the angriest little forest gnomes you have ever laid eyes on. Like, they're the size of garden gnomes with red hats, scraggly beards, iron boots, and they big size, like as large as they are, sharpened teeth as they just come charging towards you all.
Well, I know what these are from reading. Is there a history check? There it is.
This is Feywild creature. Like, you're not familiar with the Feywild, bro.
Approximately how tall are these things?
Oh, like 2 feet tall.
Did Thule hear a story about
Thule
weird
might have.
garden
Thule,
gnome
if
dudes?
you want to make a history check to see if you heard of these things, totally go for
Would
it.
it be history or arcana, though?
History in this case, because he's thinking about stories he's heard as a child.
No.
The dice are not happy with me.
You know,
I don't think.
I had the other good roll when we were investigating this last time. I'm just saying I do know something about the Fae, just not as much as Fool.
5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15 to there. 5, 10, 15 to there. 5, 10, 15 to there. All right, here we go. As we make our attacks in order, we're going to start with Ilara. These things come running towards you, and they jump up with these heavy iron boots and go for a double leg drop kick. They're going for the same thing on all of you. The only reason Kedron's not getting it is because his horse ran away. Otherwise, his horse would be getting kicked. Actually, Ilara, this would go towards your horse. You're on a pony.
I forgot to specify, but I did get off my horse.
Okay, you are off yours? Okay, this goes towards you then. All right, first things first. Make a dexterity saving throw. Ilara. Actually, yeah, everyone except for Kedron, make a dexterity saving throw.
$14, because we still have the buff from Alara, right? We just get a +4 to saving
Yes,
throws.
you do get a buff from Ilara, so do add your +4. So I got 2. I still need Magir and Thule.
Would this be something I've got advantage at since I see it cut?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Just trying to remember how that works.
18. Very nice. All right, so Brother Thule, you were able to sidestep along with Father Ironcloak, but I mean, Father Ironcloak, you're like slapping the boot out the way at the last second because you were barely sidestepping with that bonus from Alara because DC is 14. Everyone else are the other 2 people, so I guess Ilara and Magir.
I can't wait for Magir to take a lingering wound from getting kicked in the shin.
Hey,
It's not a crit. He didn't natural 1. back.
I forgot that I can't drop tokens onto the battlefield.
Come on, man.
I tried to drop a horse token on.
19 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone as they just drop kick you straight to your kneecap.
Wait, I'm
Dude.
sorry. 19
19
For
from getting kicked.
with solid iron boots in the kneecap, double-footed drop kick from these things. These things aren't nice.
Wait, so if Magir had failed that save, had natural one that save, wouldn't he have just insta died there?
yes.
That'd be his entire HP with one. His
Yes.
put him in the negative in one hit.
Oh yeah, that would have snapped his leg in half too. Like, might have ripped it off.
Remind me, what's your max HP again?
37. So you get 19 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are also knocked prone, Ilara and Magir. However, that is their turn as they stand back up quickly. Magir, you're up.
Should be 30. What the heck?
Magir, you're up. Your turn. Stressful situation. You just got kneecapped really hard, and it hurt.
I'm going to get up. I'm going to take my rapier, and I'm going to shank this thing in the face.
Go for it. Roll that damage. Roll that attack. Yeah, you do. Man, you angry about it, too. All right, so this is the one that attacked you. So you deal 2 points of brief damage to it.
Shank. And with the awakened mind, I very aggressively basically tell him to screw off.
He looks around and in a language you don't understand, says something that you don't need to understand. Is probably an expletive. And then he looks you dead in the eye and goes,
Nice to meet
anything
you
else on
too.
your turn?
Can I spend the rest of my turn just flooding his brain with chaotic thoughts?
Yeah, you can yell at him. It doesn't do much.
Cool. I'm just going to how like he's going to die. He's made a bad
All
decision.
right, with that, Brother Thule, you're up. You have one on either side of you. You are currently flanked.
All right. Well, since it don't matter, I'm going to recklessly attack the one next to Magir.
You got it. Go for it.
All right.
Let's see what you got.
13 and 13. Let's see. What is the AC again? Actually, it's exactly a 13. Although you shouldn't have advantage. Please do take that off for attacking.
No,
but-
reckless.
Oh,
He
you
does
did
have-
reckless. You're correct. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, reckless.
he
Yeah,
reckless
never
attack
mind.
gives him advantage.
You're good. All right. Yeah, you take that mole and you just slam him in the back of the head as he's not paying attention. Hey, you're finally taller than somebody. That's cool.
Woohoo!
Well, he was always taller than
me.
Father Ironcloak.
That's true.
Remember, Father Ironcloak is even short for a dwarf.
Ironcloak,
Hey.
you're finally taller than someone.
Hey, is Goose still watching us?
Oh yeah, Goose is like perched up over in a tree, like over here somewhere.
Okay, and then my second attack is going to go after the one behind me.
Yeah, you got it. Roll it. That'll also hit for 15 damage. Nine it.
Barbarians,
Heck yeah.
dude.
That's some good damage. You just wham, spin around, wham on the top of the other guy's head as he staggers backwards. He kind of got his scythe up to block just a little bit to make sure it didn't completely take his noggin off his shoulders, but it hurt. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's all. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm going to go into rage.
Cool. Bonus action rage. Go ahead and turn that on. Kedron, animal handling check, first off.
It's not the worst, but it's not the best.
Yeah, you're
18.
fine. You are able to get your opponent, your warhorse, back under control. You have no idea what just happened. That was crazy.
Well, it's time
You're-
for this individual to meet an arrow from my short bow.
Go for it. He is engaged. It will be sneak attack.
Nice. Natural 20.
Nice. So,
So-
what were your dice damage? Let's see. And it didn't roll your sneak attack.
It did not. I
So
will
roll
go
that
ahead.
sneak attack. You got a 4 on this, so that's 8. So a total of 10, and then roll your sneak attack and double it.
Let me double check that my sneak attack did not go up. I don't think it did. No, it did. I am at 46 now.
Nice. Go for it.
That's why I check those things.
Yep. Go for it. So 16 doubled to 32 plus 10, 42 points of damage. Holy smokes.
Does
Gotta
this
love
thing have
sneak
a head
attack.
back?
Huh?
Does this thing still have a head, or did it just completely get popped off by the force of his
I mean,
bolt
it
flying
strikes
through
straight through the neck, and it starts choking and grabbing at its throat, but it's still holding its sickle in one hand while also holding its throat with the other. Like, it's
Now, that is what I call a good
giving up.
attack.
Well, that wasn't a critical failure.
all right. Anything else on your turn, Kedron? You move in anything like that?
For now, I'm gonna. Okay, question. How deep are these puddles, and could a horse feasibly ride through them?
Looking at them as close as you are, no, those are deep.
Darn it.
Straight up abyss.
Real quick question: the thing he shot isn't dead.
No, it's still standing, like barely. Like it's choking on its own blood, holding its sickle ready to like slash it along.
I dealt 2 damage. I'm screwed.
All right, so on my horse, this is actually my horse's initiative.
Yeah.
Is going to move to here, and then use the rest of his movement to charge forward, which is over 20 feet of a charge, allowing him to do a trampling charge attack.
Awesome.
So that is going to be straightforward creature who's attacked the same turn. So that is going to be a. I got to roll this d20. It's going to be a +6.
To hit?
Yes.
Awesome. Oh yeah, that hits.
And he has to make a strength 14 saving throw or be knocked prone. And if he gets knocked prone, I get another attack from my warhorse while he is
Does
prone.
this attack do damage?
Yes, it does.
How
It is
much?
going to first. It is going to do this +4, 2d6 +4.
So you come riding up and like, you know how the horse's elbows bend forward, almost
You mean
right
their
there
knees?
above their hoof. Their knee bends forward. It just smacks into the side of this guy's head. He goes completely ragdolled, and you trample on top of him. Your horse rears up and both hooves down on top. Dude's done.
Now that's what I'm talking about right there.
So you straight up shoot him in the throat and then trample him to death like a ancient Mongol warrior of old.
Warhorse.
And then I
burr.
still have my bonus action,
Yeah.
insightful fighting on this guy.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make that insight check. That's what a charisma.
13. Deception check. So charisma, yeah.
Yeah, no, you have incited him. Actually, with this insight, that cap's wet and red, and oh god, is it bathed in blood? Oh man, these things have their caps drenched in blood. Okay, that's odd.
Well, one of them's down.
One of them is dead. All right, anything else on your turn?
That is action, bonus action. Technically not my movement, but I'm on my horse at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
So, okay, is it because there's the whole thing with war horses? If you get off them, they'll leave the area. Does that require a command, or if I just get off of him, he'll like retreat back automatically?
I mean, you can give a command and he'll do it on his next turn. If does he have any movement left?
That's his full movement.
Okay, then he will do it on his next turn.
I'll go ahead and hop off of him and do that, and he'll move away on his next turn, I guess.
Awesome. So he's kind of adjacent to you. We'll say he's like right here behind you, maybe, or like over here. Where do you want him?
I would say probably here.
Okay, over here. Cool. Sounds good. All right, and with that, we are back to the top with Father Ironcloak.
Well, since the spell did not, I'm assuming. This is a dumb question, but I'm going to assume I very much noticed the fact that the spell did not do the spell things that it was supposed to do.
Yes, both of the
All right.
magical things you tried to do did not do magical things that you meant to do. They did magical things, just not that you intended.
So after I'm done projectile vomiting, I am going to one bonus action ice cubes hitting the dude behind me again.
Absolutely, roll an attack and then a d4 if it hits.
Yep. Let me get back over to that page.
So you're talking about the
The compy looking dude.
the Velociraptor here?
Yes.
This one?
Yep.
Cool. Go for it.
13 to hit.
That is exactly AC, yes. And then roll a d4 for
4.
me. Awesome. He's not looking hot. Anything else?
Yes, I'm going to use my action to stab. Yeah, I'm just going to stab him since he's
Same
not
one?
looking too hot. Yes, sir.
Got it. Go for it.
Where is this thing at? There it is. 20 to hit,
Oh,
8
yeah.
slashing damage.
Just straight through his back, pinned to the ground, out for the count.
I'm saying I definitely need to buy some horse armor for my horse because apparently that's officially a thing,
Oh, it is.
and that was the most
All right.
satisfying thing ever.
Anything else for you, Father Ironcloak?
Yes. So as I like stab him to the ground, I'm gonna like use my the fact of me stabbing him to like pole vault myself over to there, or I'm going to move over to there.
Okay, so this one will get an attack of
Yep.
opportunity against you.
Good old flavor.
At advantage.
But you did give good old Elara advantage on that one guy.
But a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
5 slashing damage, please. You go to leap, and that big middle claw on its bottom foot reaches out and slashes across the back of your leg.
Oof.
Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, in which case this Velociraptor here is going to be very intent on its prey. 5, 10, 15, 20. McGear, you get an attack of opportunity if you'd like. McGear,
Yes.
if you would like to attack of opportunity, you can definitely go for a stab.
Yeah. Stabby stab.
Go for it. Sorry, actually, he's stopping there. I apologize. 11 does not hit. You go to stab, but he's a little too small and wiry, and just right around your rapier and gets around. With that, he's going to go for Father Ironcloak because he is very intent on this bit of prey he has been sent after. And he does have advantage because you are in range with another creature. Boop. And boop. 21 to hit and an 18 to hit against Father Ironcloak.
Yes and no.
All right, the 21 hit gives you 6 slashing damage. And he's the only one left alive, so that is his turn. Elara, you're up.
All right. The only lizard.
Yeah, the only lizard is over here. And then you have dwarf creature here, small creature here, small creature here.
You said
Keep in mind, there is you are flanking that guy between you and.
That's
Father
meta.
Ironcloak.
Anyways,
you said
what
6
was that,
points of
Father
damage, right?
Ironcloak?
6.
What?
6.
Yes, 6.
All right. Laying into this guy.
Go for it. Make that attack.
You have
Hit?
advantage, Alara.
Oh, yeah, you do have advantage on these.
Oh. Okay.
So go ahead and roll that second one again. And then roll your last attack with advantage.
Oh, sorry.
Left most on this one.
Yeah. And then
Okay, so 17 hits. And then,
Nat 20.
what is with y'all getting natural 20s in this combat? I'm loving it. All
Well,
right, so
All of
we
our
got-
other dice so far have been garbage, so give it to us.
Oh, like I said, I love it. -4. First damage, another -4. Second damage. is a 1, which is double to a 2, plus a 2 makes 4. Man, it sucks when you roll minimum damage on a natural 20.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Anything else?
No.
No? Okay, cool. With that, it is the small creature's turn. As he's getting slashed in the back, he will first slash towards Father Ironcloak. One of his attacks. Does a 22 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, he has advantage on that because he's flanking. Just roll it again and see if it's higher, like a natural 20 or something. No, it's not. All right, so 22, you take 7 slashing damage as he lays into you with that. And then Ilara, he's going to spin around and slash at you as well. With a 16 to hit.
Nope.
No. All right. Let's see. Magir, your guy is attacking you with 2 slashes.
Does he have the same
Got
initiative as that?
Yeah, we're doing block initiative for baddies. I usually do.
Okay.
Question.
In case you hadn't noticed. What's up?
Wouldn't he want to hit the dude who just smacked him with a mace?
He did. So we're going to do 1 and 1, actually. Slash and slash. So first slash. Not an advantage because not playing with anyone. Against the wizard. 25 to hit the wizard. For 9 points of slashing.
Okay.
And then spins around just like, I mean, this is one big movement. These things are almost the size of they are. So he swings, hits Magir, and then keeps swinging through all the way around him to go for the barbarian. Brother Thule, which he does have advantage on because he's flanking, but that's a natural 20. So it's 4, 5, 6, double to 12, plus 4.
16.
16, but your raging have to 8. You take 8 points of slashing damage.
Why do these guys remind me of those tiny little pointy-hatted gremlin dudes from Dark Souls 3?
And then the one on the other side of you is also going to take 2 swings at you. And he has advantage because he's flanking with his homie. 13 to hit?
Nope.
11 to hit.
Nope.
You're paying more attention to him than you were the other guy. That's why you got stabbed in the back so hard by the last guy, as you are able to deflect his blows. And with that, his turn is over. Magir, you're up.
I like my health.
The internal rage that Magir has right now and not being able to properly use magic is really high as he just takes out his equipment using his rapier.
I mean, you can try another spell if you want.
It's point blank range, so unless I'm using magic missile, it's not really helpful.
Shocking grasp.
I don't have shocking grasp.
Oh, never mind then. Continue.
Oh wait, I do have frost fingers though. So not doing that though. And yeah, we're gonna stabby stab. And I get 5.
Now, anything else on your turn?
I continue to mentally scream at him.
You got it.
You are not a very happy boy about this scream match.
No, there's
right.
much anger.
Brother Thule, you are up.
All right, same thing as last time. I'm gonna start my swing at the guy in front and then work my way back. Reckless attack.
You got it. Go for it.
12 on the top guy.
Double check. No, 13 is AC.
Okay, and then guy on the bottom.
Yep.
Oh,
That'll do. For a 13 damage.
yeah, that's the one I did a lot of damage to the last turn.
Absolutely. He's not looking great. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. With that, Kedron, you're up.
All right, remember my horse is retreating.
Yes, your horse is going boop, 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 back that way.
And with that, I would like to rush over here with my, short, not my short sword, my rapier, getting in a flanking position with this guy,
Yep.
and give him a good old pokey poke. So, yeah.
Not COVID, I promise. But we're playing online anyway, so it doesn't matter.
And submit.
A 20 will definitely hit.
And roll my sneak attack.
Yes. There we go, for a total of 27.
That's a lot of damage.
That is quite a bit of damage. As you with a rapier?
Yeah.
You
Right,
come
plus
up
1 rapier, yeah.
as he is a little distracted by the big little dude, strong dude in front of him that's naked. And he's swinging away, and you come up and just shink straight through the back of his head and out of his mouth.
Then
He
in,
drops.
off to the side.
Yep, he is down and out. Anything else on your turn?
That is action, movement, and from there I will insight on the guy on the other
Got
side
it.
of the
We'll
room.
go for it. And then Iron Cloak, you are on deck. What are you up to?
I did not mean to advantage that, so leftmost 26 on insightful fighting.
Good. Iron Cloak, what are you up to?
All right. So I don't know. This probably ain't going to do anything, but I'm going to do it anyways. So Ice Cube is going to hit this dude.
Got it.
And as it is doing so... Just roll that. It's going to be the hits. I sure wish I could do my damage with this. It's going to be a 2 for damage.
Got it.
As it's hitting him, I'm going to run back over here.
Cool.
Right, yeah.
Attack of opportunity from the little guy. It's gonna bite at you this time. 16 hit?
No.
Cool. Good.
All right, and then... because maybe it'll work. Gonna cast Cure Wounds on McGear. Because I'm trying to be helpful.
Oh,
I'm
well,
sorry
thank
if
you,
I
Bitsy.
projectile vomit on you again.
Alright, give me a second.
Oh wait. Oh no.
Inflict wounds?
I don't have the health for this.
So I'm trying really hard to come up with a way that I can keep the theme of what I've been doing, and I do.
Oh,
That
no.
it's helpful and amazing, because there are 2 other spells you could have used that would have been absolutely bombastic for healing with the way this is all working, right? Cure Wounds is the one that I can't think of, and it's only bad.
The only thing I can think of is literally the exact opposite of cure wounds.
And what is that?
Inflict wounds.
No, we're not doing opposites.
Have it heal the him.
We're
missing.
No!
not. It's
Shut
close
up,
as it's
fool.
been. It's
Shut
not
up.
opposites.
Purified food and water. I now.
Heal the opponents.
I'm just saying, if I survive this, I'm using prestidigitation. To like clean the vomit off of you.
The radiant
Yeah.
energy passes into him, and but it doesn't heal. It gives him, what is it, holy
broke
weapon,
our
where he touches them
DM.
and their weapon starts glowing with radiant power.
So
You
here's...
broke our DM.
I've got a real quick question, though, Bryant.
Yeah.
Does this have anything to do with the fact that it's a human casting the spell?
You're from the material plane. It has to do with that. You
Do
use it
items count as being from the material realm?
if they originated there.
But Brant has said specifically that healing potions are more herbal and less
Right.
magical.
Depends
in
on the
this-
one,
But
but yeah, more or
technically,
less.
I'm using my gauntlets to do this. You know, my fancy gauntlets.
Well, not really,
are
because the gauntlets make you able to do it from a range. You're still
Right, but I would still be wearing the gauntlets when I did so. I don't know if
you
that
are.
helps. But
However, I need you to roll
I'm sorry if I kill you, McGear.
3d6.
3d6.
Yeah.
I am sorry you're gonna die. It wasn't my
I have
intention.
9 health.
8.
You take 8 necrotic damage.
I'm alive.
So how
You
is
said
it?
it.
Real quick question. How is it that we're doing opposites? Where if I try and heal him, I do inflict wounds. The opposite of thunderous rebuke is not projectile vomit. That's not even a spell.
I will tell you after we are out of this,
It was
combat.
thunderous rebuke.
I do
Spiritual
find it funny
weapon is an ice cube.
all those nat one is kind of funny though for the cure.
But am I not wrong? It was not thunderous rebuke. It was thunderous rebuke.
Anyways,
On the plus side,
anything else?
on the plus side, glad I didn't cast it as a higher level spell because I'd have the chance to one shot McGear.
Yeah.
Hey, then you could have said that you've knocked me and him both out.
Well, no, I would have killed him.
So, anyways, anything else on your turn?
That's basically everything I can do.
Cool. The one remaining Velociraptor's turn. Yeah. Boop. He moves around to here.
I'm sorry,
Like,
I was trying.
I
to
thought
do-
really hard about how to do that, continuing the theme. I couldn't. But the thing is, one of your other healing spells, it would have been stupid amazing. But whatever.
But how am I supposed to know that?
You don't unless you pick up on the theme by just figuring things out. But it's fine. Bite and claws. Let's see what it do. And it's the healing spell you use more. There's a 21 hit because I know a 17 doesn't,
Yes, a 21.
and a
Yes.
17 doesn't. Correct. Awesome. 6
No,
slashing.
17 doesn't.
All right. Their turn done. Ilara, you're up.
Okie dokie. Just to confirm, this one's still there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This one right here.
Yeah, okay. Just double checking. Here.
Hiccup. Sorry.
Oh, thank goodness you had advantage on that. Because one of those was a natural one. Yeah, no, that hits.
You were saying you weren't doing opposites, but you basically had him cast a lesser inflict wounds.
Because of the only words I could think of, just whatever. We'll get there. Okay, after the combat, talk to me and I'll tell you what happened in this particular magic weird zone. 14 does hit, so -8.
Nat
and
20.
Another nat 20. Are we bumping a smite into this one, maybe?
I'm afraid.
It's technically not a spell. You would know that.
It is a magical ability.
Is it a magical ability or a magic-like ability?
Cast and find out.
It's divination.
No, casting things and finding out is the worst possible thing you could do right
So
now.
that is 12 damage.
I think I'm doing enough damage without smite that I'm okay for now.
Okay. I really wanted you to cast that. Would have been great. Not even evil demon.
Actually, yeah, that'd be great because the opposite of smite is probably like summon undead or something like that, right?
All right. Anyways, anything else, Alara?
No, that's all.
He looking rough. Like he's barely standing with all these slashes you put into him. It is not looking good. Blood is flowing. He's angry and he's waving his sickle around. The gear, you're not feeling so good.
Run
Really?
away.
I hadn't noticed.
Run away.
Especially when someone used magic to warp my insides.
Yeah.
How rude.
For the Iron Cloak, I need heals, not the feels. This feels the bad.
What are you actually doing on your turn as you yell this at him?
Say what?
So what are you actually doing on your turn as you yell this at him?
Man, I'm screw it. I'm using I'm using Firebolt on this one that's right here.
Oh yeah. You hold out your hand to cast Firebolt. And
Oh no!
fire does
Hit.
coalesce. in your
Fireball!
hand.
Hit the deck.
Don't worry about rolling yet. Hold on. And instead, an odd contraption forms in your hand with a long barrel, some sort of odd rotating cylinder, and a little trigger sitting under your finger.
Wait, what?
You have a Colt in your hand.
How are we supposed to figure out how this works? The opposite of fireball is not spawn pistol.
You
There's
feel
a
like you can
fire
try.
Colt.
It is made entirely of fire. You feel like you can probably pull that trigger real good.
Wordplay.
It's fire Colt. How?
Sunshot this
Did
dude.
he just summon a golden gun? I'm the rogue. I'm supposed to be the one that has golden gun.
Kedron, he summoned Sunshot. That is what he has done.
Sunshot. That's.
Destiny. It's the
Well, I'm saying that, no
I have
golden
1
gun.
HP
That's what
this
the gun is
is
called. It's
so
called the golden gun.
amazing.
the golden gun's from 007, dude.
Now, whether or not this actually works in a way that is positive, I don't know yet.
So make a spell attack bonus, or make a spell attack roll. Straight spell attack.
Okay.
I guess I got my terminology mixed
Well,
up. but-
21 is basically a spell attack. That's your same modifier. So you roll 21, that hits. Roll 4d6.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. It hits, and a miniature explosion goes off as it slams into the side of this thing's skull, charring its skin off. Part of the bone goes flying.
You need to remember the feeling of what happened, recreate it, put it into a magical bracelet, and give it to me so I can go full Destiny Hunter.
You feel like you could probably spin around and let off one more shot with this within your time.
Oh, heck yes. With pleasure.
Is he dead yet?
This one is dead. This one is dead. There's the one right next to you is alive, so you will have disadvantage on the attack because it's within 5 feet.
Okay. Let me roll again. All I'm doing is clicking my firebolt, so it's still doing the spell modifier and whatnot.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Again,
so
4d6. Track your shots and let me know when you get if you get to 6 shots.
Okay.
14 damage. Very nice. Yeah, you just blast this thing with a shot to the side of the head as it stumbles and it, like looks at you like, ah.
Yeah, I go right back to the mental scream of, oh, screw you.
Anything else on your turn?
No, I would love to take the disengage action, but I've used my turn.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's it. I'm going.
Okay.
All right, with that, Brother Thule, you're up. You just saw a flaming contraption, which none of you in character recognize because guns don't exist in this world.
I'm gonna toss something up just real quick. Just a very quick thing. The name is Golden Gun. Sunshot is a exotic handgun, a hand cannon. It is Golden Gun. I was correct.
All right, anyways, Brother Thule.
Seeing the enemy distracted by this weird magic, I'm going to take full advantage and just strike into him.
Got
Bring
it.
my hammer down on him.
Bring that hammer down. Are you reckless attacking?
Yep.
Yeah, you are. 14. I mean, at this point, this dude's barely standing. You hit him again. You just rung his bell between the fire shot to the side of the head and then your hammer to the other. He's staggering.
Is he still standing?
Barely.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You are absolutely correct.
I'm
You
smashing his head on his
wind up
shoulder.
again, and I mean, you just missed his head. It just. There is no head left.
So did my blood splatter just kind of hit McGear?
Yeah, McGear, you get blood spattered.
Nice.
The
Sorry.
only thing left standing is that Velociraptor that hasn't been touched over here.
Wait, there's someone over. Oh, my health is covering him.
All right, and with that, anything else, Brother Thule?
I guess 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move up to that guy.
You got it, Kedra.
And-
You're up.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to insightful fighting that last individual.
Absolutely. Is that an action or a bonus action?
That is a bonus action.
Nice.
So, see here.
I gotta go.
All right. Yeah, this is pretty much done, and we'll just wrap up at the end of this combat. So
See you guys.
you're fine. You're fine. It has a -2 to charisma. Like, come on, bro.
In that case, I would like to attack him.
Go for the poke.
Poke. So, let's see here. That is going to be, let's submit.
And then roll your sneak attack.
Yeah.
Showing your sneak attack is 0? I don't know why. All right.
15 plus 12.
It doesn't matter. It only had 10 HP.
So,
You skewer it.
straight through the
Very
eye
good.
and then kick it off the blade as it falls into the pool.
It is dead. Your horse is like standing over here. Alara's pony is like over here somewhere. And as you look around, everything is dead. McGear, you have a flaming contraption in your hand for another 30 seconds, and it just kind of dissipates.
So in that time, since it looks like we're safe, I do everything I can to feel the magic and look at it and study it, and then when it disappears, start like immediately writing as many notes as possible.
Oh yeah, you get a sketch of it. You got some notes down. You imagine this is some fairly high level magic that you shouldn't be able to cast at your current level. And as you look around this clearing and you kind of gather yourselves, and McGear is like bleeding everywhere on the pages of his book as he's writing in it, fervently yet barely alive.
Notes are important.
That is where we will pick up next week. So, as usual, everyone, I will see you next Saturday, yes, around 7 o'clock, so that we may do as God wills. And until then, Deus Vault.